Hello YouTube, hello world. We are at home, it's a Saturday. I'm so excited to finally be able to film something in front of my beloved piano. And of course today we're gonna talk about music. So I can't stop thinking about the Yellow Tie movie about Sergiu Celibidache. It stayed with me in a way that not many movies do. Maybe because it's Sergiu Celibidache, one of Romania's greatest artists. Or maybe it's because of his wonderful son who's trying to understand more about the father who shaped him. Or maybe it's because somehow the story felt like it's part of my own. If you want to find out more about how I connect to the story, please like, please subscribe, and continue watching. My name is Joana Ionescus, and I am a soprano as well as a rock star. Yes, you heard that right. I'm also an IBDP teacher, and I'm also working on the marketing team of the school that I grew up in. What moved me most was how human the film is. It doesn't just show the genius, it shows the cost of it. It shows the story of a boy who grew up under the weight of a very strict father who didn't always show his love for him. He felt like his love, the love of his father, was conditional. Then it shows the man that he became. Brilliant, disciplined, almost obsessive and obsessed about perfection, an extraordinary musician, and one of Romania's greatest artists. He was a man who searched for truth in sound. I believe that what gave warmth to this movie is his relationship with his wife. They are both artists and they are on a path to finding light and creativity and truth in their own journeys. They are ready to spend a lifetime searching for the light beyond creation. The two of them were connected by something greater than love. They were connected by the love of creation and of art. And they were willing to spend their lives, and I believe that that's what they did, to follow art as a form of illumination. And then there's his son, the one who made this incredible movie. A son trying to find the man behind the artist and the father behind the conductor. There is something so healing in that. I believe that when a child tries to honor their parent through art, there is something extraordinary about continuing their legacy and trying to reconnect with them through their art. This movie is about family, legacy, and how delicately each generation shapes the next. This story feels so personal for quite some reasons. And no, it's not the relationship that I have with my father, who is such a gentle soul, or with my mother, but it's actually rooted in two of my grandparents. So my grandmother, who was a brilliant neurologist in Romania, was absolutely in love with Celibidache, and she was here and watched his first show at the Romanian Ateneu when he came back in the 70s. And I remember her talking about him, and she was absolutely astonished with his musicianship as well as his energy. The other grandparent that I mentioned is my grandfather on my mother's side, which was a Romanian diplomat. He was ambassador to Romania at one point in his life. And his love for the country and this type of acts of love for the country, as I believe that this movie is, would truly inspire him. Too many times our stories are told from the outside, and I feel like that's not the case with this one. This one truly encapsulates the soul of Romanian performance, of Romanian love for Romania, and also the incredible fire that Romanian artists hold and grow throughout their careers. Watching it made me feel proud. Proud of our artistry, proud of our heritage, proud of my country. As I watched this incredible film and the amazing actors that help it come to life, I guess, as I was watching young Celibidache conduct, I couldn't help but thinking about my own story and my own career. As an artist, I have had two completely different parts of my journey. One of them, the classical side, where I studied classical voice singing for so many years, doing competitions here in Romania, and also studying at the Guildhall School of Music and Drama, where I trained to be a classical soprano. I did my bachelor's there and my master's, and the classical soprano in me grew through discipline and through emotion and passion and I guess the beauty of precision. On the other side of things, the rock singer in me grew up with a sense of freedom and letting the sound shape me instead of me shaping the sound, if that makes any sense. For all you singers out there, hello. For me, rock music was about passion and about a type of fire that for some reason it was very hard for me to tap into in the classical sense. I feel like somehow, with a lot of training, these two have somehow come together. And now through my music, where I sing rock music, but I also have many operatic nuances here and there, I feel like that was a winning recipe. Being able to marry the two and, oh, hello, low battery, doesn't matter. So being able to marry these two and being able to finally achieve the freedom and energy that I feel when performing rock music, and then the discipline and the preciseness of sound and training. I feel like when I put these two together, that's when the magic happened. Celibidache wasn't searching for perfection. I feel like he was searching for the truth, for presence. And we learned that through a big theme in the movie about how he really didn't want anyone recording. He was okay with live recordings of his work, but not with studio recordings. Now, it's 2025, almost 2026 now, and we all know that there's no way around it. And we are so happy that we have this type of technology working for us as artists. But of course, now we are faced with the new aspects of today. How does AI fit into the lives of performers? How it fits into the lives of performers as well as composers. So that's a very interesting aspect, and I feel like it made me and Florin, who of course we went together to watch this movie, ask a lot of questions about how open we are to the future of the music industry. Of course, that's part of our journey, and we still have a lot to figure out. But we truly believe that for us, very similarly to Celibidache, was making sure that the music that we do has that light, that we keep growing it and we keep following it, whatever that means. Regarding technique, as a mother and as a teacher, I cannot stress enough how important it is to teach our youngsters to go towards the art with love, and definitely not push them towards the art with force. Do not do that. So I'm such a big promoter of loving what you do, and that's how you can achieve so many incredible things, just like Sergiu Celibidache did. He just loved his art. And whatever you guys do, if you're into art, if you're into something else, all that matters is that you put your heart and soul into these things, and the best will turn out. As a new mom, I would really like my son to inherit my passion, but not my pressure. I'll say that again, my passion, not my pressure. I feel like it has been such a journey for me to let go of the pressure that has been around this idea, especially in the classical world. There's so much pressure with performing perfectly. Now, I know they're going to say, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. They're all obsessed with the sound. They're all obsessed with the scores, and you need to be there on point. In the rock world, obviously, there's so much, freedom, but obviously that comes after many years of studying what you do. So everyone thinks that, rock and roll is about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It's not. It's about musicianship, and it's also about discipline. So that's why I'm saying the two need to come together to create something beautiful, in my opinion. And even if obviously, most of the rock stars in the world don't have a classical background, I think that it was discipline that drove them and held them there, as well as their talent, of course. I would also swiftly like to mention the journey of being an international student. I was also an international student, a Romanian student abroad. So I lived in the UK for 10 years, and I studied there to become a musician, similarly to Sergiu Celibidache, the conductor. And I can say that this was such a big part of the movie that resonated with me. There's so much pressure, and it's so difficult to, first of all, leave home, and then there's so much pressure to make the leaving worth it. Obviously, for family members and for, everyone at home rooting for you, friends, and so on. But it's more than that. It's sort of a trade that you do with yourself, that, you make this sacrifice, but it needs to be worth it. So I think that pressure at one point wasn't very healthy for me in my artistic development. Obviously, it made me strive, and it made me want to be the best that I can be. But I think that now I want to be the best that I can be for other reasons. The reasons are to find the light, find the truth in these performances, and focus more on my legacy and what I can leave behind through my lessons, through the things that I'm composing, through our live music, rather than through exceptionally, good grades and having a clap from, whoever head of department. So hello, if you're watching. So yeah, I think that this movie has hit, some incredible buttons for us, for me and Florin as well. I'm sure that he would have so many things to say about this movie as well, on the emotional journey side of, the man, Sergiu Celibidache, and the father, but also the musician. And you guys know that Florin is writing his book now, his philosophical essay book, and he is also a perfectionist. So we really felt, but obviously it's up to him to tell you more about these things. But again, stressing that this was such an incredible movie for us. I've seen some, shady reviews. I don't understand them. I think the movie was spectacular. I think you should go and watch it right now. It's in cinemas, I think everywhere around the world, and definitely in Romania. If you're in Romania, please go and see the movie. And also shout out to fellow Guildhall alumna Kate, who's playing the role of the young Joana, Sergiu's wife. Hello, we were in Guildhall together. We did a couple of musicals together. I don't know if you remember. But yeah, spectacular job. And yeah, just wow, what a movie and what a story. Congratulations. And I can't wait for you guys to watch it and maybe drop a comment or two about what you felt about the movie and how you felt it and how maybe you related to the movie.